Good afternoon, lads, ladies, and everyone in between. My name is Stellar, your host, and welcome to the first ever episode of the Old New Radio Show. Today we will discuss two essential things near and dear to our hearts: cooking and the proud military, and why they are so closely tied together. So without further ado, let's begin. So why are the military and culinary skills even connected in the first place? Well, to answer that question, we have to dive deeper into the individual school skills in order to actually see why. Well, many skills and sayings can be applied to both job titles. So let's take the saying: if you're early, you're on time. If you're on time, you're late. And I'll say that again for the people who didn't get that. If you're early, you're on time. But if you're on time, you're late. And that's kind of a saying that can go to all jobs, specifically the culinary military jobs, and here's why. That saying is very, very true in both jobs, and the main point is that you're early for a job, anything case goes upside down or sideways, and there's a short period of time before opening actually begins, whether it's a mission or an operation or a shift or whatever the hell. We can also take the perspective at the actual jobs themselves. Both soldiers and cooks need to be quick, intelligent, and able to lead others to a job well done, and they need to be able to lead for a long period of time so that they can get off their shift and go get some ice cream after a job well done. Now, before you start complaining in the comments about how the jobs are not related at all, let me explain. Soldiers in the military need three key skills: leadership, confidence, and trust. Leadership comes into, well, of course, leading others to a job well done, as I emphasized before. Confidence is the most important in my opinion because it allows people to do the job even if they don't know what they're doing. They can lead others, and that's kind of where the saying wing it goes. They can pretty much say, hey, we are going to start doing this and then we're going to build off it. If you act like you're confident but not cocky, then you'll get all the respect. But you do need to admit where you do and don't know anything. If you're cocky and you act like you know everything in the world, then you start losing that respect and you start making mistakes. That's kind of what you need to avoid. You need to be able to lead with a confident chest, but also realize, hey, I don't know what I'm doing, I need help. So that's where kind of confidence comes in. And trust is also an important factor to earn the rights to call them your brothers or sisters in arms. They kind of tie into each other to give for everyone to give you the respect and the time in order to give you the time and respect to say what needs to be said. So let's say you're leading a operation. So I said, all right, soldiers, listen up. We got an operation to do today, and things need to be done. You need to be able to lead, and you also need to be able to help. It's not just leading, but also helping. If you have the leadership, confidence, and trust traits, you'll get all the respect in the world, but you also have to respect them. And that's kind of a key difference. So, employees in the culinary industry can apply the same skills as military personnel. Leadership is also into play because it helps to lead cooks with other cooks to kind of help them. Confidence works again in the same way. You need to be leading with a purpose and thinking clearly. And trust is the majority of how you earn your employees or your comrades in arms respect. And the all in all conclusion of what I'm trying to say about these traits is that they are the fundamentals of respect and knowledge in order to truly experience the work and be successful. Because if you don't display these traits, someone can get fired, hurt, or even killed. And it goes without saying, if you're not a good boss, the company will die down very, very quickly. Well, that's my rant for today. Thank you all for listening. Tune in next week for the Old New Radio Show. You can always comment down below any suggestions as to what the next topic should be. I will give you a spoiler for the next topic. It's going to be about the school education system, particularly in the United States, because that's where the red, white, and blue country is. So, anyways, that's my rant for today. That's 5 minutes and 10 seconds. I will see you next week. Thank you.